Salut tout le monde, bienvenue dans le nouvel épisode de Let's Play Francais avec moi, Mitak. What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new episode of Let's Play Francais with me, Mitak, where we struggle together through a game in French. And that game today will be Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. So this is the fourth installment of Ace Attorney and I think we're doing pretty good. Let's dive right in. Nothing much more to say. I'm just going to go through the resources that we have. As usual, we have wordreference.com for an online dictionary. We have Google Translate for Google translating. And we have forvo.com for a pronunciation resource. And that's about it. Let's get right on in there. Alright, quick recap what was happening. Alright, so the prosecution had called Paul Defès to the stand, and now they say they have this secret witness. Well, not secret witness, but they have this witness that will prove that whatever Paul had said in his testimony was a lie. So now we're just about to find out who this témoin, this witness is. All right. Qui est votre témoin? Who is your witness? The judge says. L'homme qui a trouvé le corps de la victime. The man who found le corps de la victime, the body of the victim. Juste avant de faire cette macabre découverte. So, just before the macabre découverte, I'm guessing it's discovery. So just before the macabre discovery, il a vu l'accusé s'enfuir des lieux du crime. Il a vu, he saw, vu is past tense of voir, to see. He saw the accused, l'accusé, s'enfuir, which I would guess is like fleeing or running away. Des lieux du crime. I'm not sure why this is plural. Because it seems like this phrase should be like the crime scene, but that just might be how it's phrased in French. So he saw him running from the crime scene or fleeing from the crime scene. Silence dans la salle. Silence it says in the room, but we would say order in the court. Monsieur Boulay, l'accusation peut appeler son témoin. He says, Mr. Boulay, the prosecution peut appeler, can call son témoin, their witness. Oui, votre honneur. Tout ça n'est pas bon. Let's see. I'm guessing it's like, that can't be good. Le jour du meurtre, mon témoin vendit déjeunant dans l'immeuble de la victime. So the day of the murder is the first part. My witness, mon témoin, vendit. So vendit comes from vendre, which means to sell, and this is the past tense again. Déjeunant, this is newspapers. So a newspaper would be un journal, and then in the plural, des journaux. Dans l'immeuble de la victime. So immeuble would be like an apartment complex kind of deal. So he was selling newspapers inside of the victim's apartment complex. J'appelle Monsieur Frank Khavu à la barre. I call Mr. Frank Khavu to the stand. So again, I don't know how this name is making a joke. Usually they make a joke when they name people, and I think in English this guy's name is like saw it or something like that, as if he saw everything or something like that. I don't know. Oh, what is this guy is creepy. Monsieur Khavu, vous vendez des abonnements de journaux, c'est bien cela? So he asks, you sell abonnement would be subscriptions. So if you watch a lot of French YouTube, you hear them at the end of their videos, they ask you to subscribe to the channel. So they say something like, abonne-toi, you subscribe, or something like that. They're asking you to subscribe. They use this word abonne. So abonnement de journaux, so newspaper subscriptions. C'est bien cela, is that right? Oui, c'est bien ça, oui. Des journaux, tout à fait. He's basically just confirming. He says yes, that's right. It's newspapers, tout à fait. I know tout à fait is like a set phrase, but it means something like that's all true, something like that, I'm guessing. Monsieur Khavu, vous pouvez nous donner votre témoignage. So the judge says, Mr. Khavu, vous pouvez, you can, nous donner, give us, votre témoignage, your testimony. Veuillez dire à la cour ce que vous avez vu le jour du meurtre. So then this veuillez again is, it comes from vouloir, to want? But I think it's something like please. Please tell, veuillez dire à la cour, to the court, ce que vous avez vu, what you saw, le jour du meurtre. What you saw on the day of the murder. So recently I just learned the passé composé, which is a form of past tense. I'm not exactly sure how it works. I think what it is it's past events or past information that is already done. So something that has happened and it's already stopped. But anyway, this construction, the avez vu, so the ave comes from avoir, which is the auxiliary verb, and then it's connected with vu, which is something like the past participle of voir, to see. So it's like these two together. Avez vu just means saw. You saw it, you're not seeing it anymore. That's like the passé composé of voir. Anyway, that was a long explanation. I was just excited because I learned how to construct that recently. Okay, déposition du témoin. He says, je faisais du porte-à-porte pour vendre des journaux quand j'ai vu un homme s'enfuir. So faisait comes from faire, which is to do. So this is probably a past tense of that, which is, so I was doing something. Oh, and he says he's going porte-à-porte, so door to door, pour vendre des journaux, to sell newspapers, quand, when, j'ai vu un homme s'enfuir. So then we see this passé composé again. The et vu, it's the same, so it means saw in the first person. So I saw un homme, a man, s'enfuir, fleeing. I think I'll look that up later. I'm pretty sure it's fleeing. Je me suis dit qu'il devait être pressé car il a laissé la porte entrouverte. Let's see. There's two verbs here. The me suis and then dit is to say, right? But I'm guessing that's some sort of construction there too that I'm not sure of. I know that some verbs use être as their auxiliary verb for passé composé, but I'm not sure about this one. Let's look up a couple words. I'm gonna look up pressé because it looks like that might be kind of the point of what the first part is, which I would guess just meant pressed. But let's see. Okay, here, être pressé, to be in a hurry, to be in a rush. And he says, il devait être pressé, so it sounds like he must have been in a hurry. Car is like parce que, because he must have been in a hurry because il a laissé la porte entrouverte. So laisser, it means like to leave something. He left la porte, the door, entrouverte. So you see the word ouverte in there, which means open. So it means something like he left the door still open or kind of open or half open or something like that. Let's see. Comme j'ai trouvé ça bizarre. J'étais un œil à l'intérieur. Man, this is so great because I'm just gonna keep bringing it up because I'm just really excited that we learned this passé composé, because now it's everywhere when he's like telling his story in the past. Because when you don't know passé composé, you can't be like, oh, what did you do today? Oh, what did you do yesterday? Oh, I did this. I did blah 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 blah. I watched blah 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 blah. You have to say, you can't say anything in the past, so it's like now you can say a whole new set of things once you learn another tense. But anyway, he says, j'ai trouvé, I found ça bizarre. I found that weird or bizarre, you can say, I guess. J'ai jeté un œil. I think jeter, I think means actually to like throw something. Let's look up jeter. I'm sure jeter un œil means like to keep an eye out on something, but I'm guessing jeter like this. And it's in its passé participe, I forget how, it's in its past participle, just like, again, it's the passé composé. Here it is, jeter, to throw or pitch or chuck. But I'm sure if we looked up like jeter un œil, maybe, and an œil is an eye. There we go. Cast an eye over, glance over, to look over. Sure. Anyway, so he says, I found it weird. I took a look à l'intérieur, inside. I took a look inside. Okay. C'est là que je l'ai vu par terre. Une femme immobile, morte. C'est là, it's there, que, that, je l'ai vu, that I saw, par terre, on the ground, une femme, a woman, immobile, not moving, morte, dead. J'ai tremblé de peur et je n'ai pas pu entrer. So trembler sounds like it's coming from like trembling, and then peur is fear. So I think he's saying I was trembling in fear et je n'ai pas pu entrer. So then again, I'm guessing this is how you negate the passé composé. So the n comes before the avoir, and then the n and the pas come around the avoir, and then the past participle verb comes after the pas. So he says I couldn't, or I think it's I couldn't enter, because peu comes from pouvoir, which is like I can do something. He says I couldn't enter. J'ai tout de suite pensé à appeler la police. Something like I immediately thought of calling the police. Mais son téléphone ne fonctionnait pas. But son téléphone, so her telephone, didn't work. Ne fonctionnait pas. Alors je suis allé dans le parc le plus proche pour trouver une cabine. Let's see. We see suis allé, which must be some sort of passé composé construction as well, with using être instead of avoir. Alors je suis allé. So I went dans le parc, to the park, le plus proche, close by, pour trouver une cabine. To find it sounds like cabin, but this is most likely like a telephone booth, if you are old enough to know what a telephone booth is or was. Je me souviens parfaitement de l'heure. Il était 13 heures. Je me souviens. I don't know this verb. It must be like remembered, because he says, it seems like he's saying, I remember perfectly the time. Let's look up souviens. Maybe it's not a verb, I don't know. So, just try it by itself. Oh man. Did I spell it wrong? No. Let's do it in Google Translate, because it doesn't look like it's finding it how I spelled it out. Je me souviens. I remembered. I wonder what verb that comes from. Let's backtrack it. We'll look up remember. I know oublier, which is to forget, but I don't know why I don't know remember. Okay, so okay, it's like a pronominal, reflexive verb. Souvenir. Souvenir. Okay. Yeah, so he says, I remember perfectly the time it was. Il était 13 heures, 1 p.m. Yeah, so now I'm wondering what the difference between this past form, where we see here était, it's some kind of past of être, and then what the difference between that and passé composé, which I forget how to do être for that one. Anyway, l'homme qui s'est enfui était the man who was fleeing sans nul doute, which looks like without any doubt. L'accusé assis là en face de moi. The accused assis sitting en face de moi, right in front of me. Oh shoot, so, sorry, I left the thing on, sorry. It says, juge. Paul, pourquoi n'as-tu pas dit la vérité? Again, we see, oh, this is like passé composé with inversion to form the question. The negation comes around the inversion, tu, and then the verb comes after, which is dit, said. So altogether, he said, why? Pourquoi n'as-tu pas dit la vérité? Why didn't you tell the truth, la vérité? Je ne peux pas te défendre contre un témoignage pareil. So here, a regular negation, he says, je ne peux pas, I can't. Te défendre, defend you, contre, with, un, or against, maybe against. Un témoignage pareil, I can't defend you against a testimony like this, something like that. Apropos, actually, I heard someone say this as like a phrase used in English. I heard someone say like apropos, something was so apropos, as if it was like an English adjective. He was describing something as apropos, which I think here in French it means like it's about, maybe. So I'm not sure what apropos would mean in English. I just thought that was funny. He says, pourquoi le téléphone de la victime ne fonctionnait-il pas? So, about that, why didn't the victim's phone work? Votre honneur, au moment du meurtre, une panne de courant touchait tout le bâtiment. At the time of the murder, une panne de courant touchait tout le bâtiment. I don't know any of that center part other than bâtiment is like a building. So he says tout le bâtiment, so the whole building. So we're gonna look up panne de courant. That looks like a whole word to me, or a whole, phrase. Here we go. Okay, power cut, power failure, blackout. Wonder why touche is in there, because this should be touch, right? I'll look it up here, so it will tell me the conjugation. Touche, to touch or feel. Maybe this one, concerning or affecting. Basically, he says, at the time of the murder, there was a power outage in the whole building. And then the judge says, les téléphones ne sont-ils pas censés fonctionner même en cas de panne de courant? He says, aren't telephones supposed to work even during a power outage or something like that? Oui, votre honneur, mais certains téléphones sans fil ne fonctionnent pas correctement. I think we talked about this sans fil in one of the previous episodes. It means like wireless, without wires. Sans fil. So he says, mais certain wireless phones don't work correctly. I don't know why that would be the case, but c'était les 15 pour le téléphone utilisé par Monsieur Khavu. And that was the case with the telephone he tried to use. Votre honneur, j'ai ici un relevé faisant état de cette panne à titre d'information. I have here relevé means, it sounds like relevant. And then man, I think état is like the state of something. I'm not sure what faisant looks like. It's from faire in some way. But he says de cette panne, of this outage, à titre d'information. Looks like a title of information. I don't know. He says something like, I have something that's telling you about the outage. Relevé de panne de courant ajouté au dossier de l'affaire. Let's see. Le meuble de Mademoiselle Stone a subi une panne d'électricité entre midi the building had a power outage between midi, which I think is noon, et 18h, 6 p.m., le jour du crime, on the day of the crime. All right. En présent, Monsieur Wright. Oui. Oui, votre honneur. Vous pouvez commencer votre contre-interrogatoire. Awesome. He says, you may begin your, how do you say this in English? Contre-interrogatoire. Just counter-interrogation? No, wait, there's another word. Shoot. So just gonna have to say that. Counter-interrogation. Contre-interrogatoire, votre honneur? Nous y voilà, Wright. La partie la partie devient intéressante. She says something like, this is it, right? Then I think this other part is like, this is like the interesting part, maybe. Je suis censé faire quoi exactement? I don't know what this censé is. Let's look up censé real fast. It also looks like it's in its past participle. But here is censé, but what is it? Oh, no, it's not a verb. It's an adjective. But here, être censé, faire. Here, To supposed to do whatever. Okay, so he says, je suis censé faire quoi? What exactly am I supposed to be doing? Or what am I supposed to do? Censé, suppose, that's a new one. Eh bien, tu dévoiles les mensonges contenus dans la déposition du témoin. Wow. Okay, I don't know what dévoile is. Let me see if is there a word that's close to it. Voile. I'm not sure. We'll look up dévoile, but mensonge is lies. Contenu sounds like contained. Dans la déposition du témoin. So she says you have to do something to the lies contained inside of the deposition. But let's look up dévoile so we know exactly what she's asking to do. Dévoiler. Is that right? Dévoiler. Alright. Unveil. Reveal. Show that you are made up. No, okay. Bring to light. That's very nice. I like that. But we'll go with, reveal or unveil. You see it here. It says here, faire découvrir, to discover something. She says, so you have to uncover the lies inside of the deposition. Am I saying that right? Mensonge. The lies? Comment ça? How? How is that? Il mentait. He's lying. Ton client est innocent. Your client is innocent, n'est-ce pas? Isn't he? Donc, ce témoin a forcément menti au cours de sa déposition. So, this witness, forcément, it looks like forcefully, but I'm guessing it's like he must be. There's no other way that he's not. Yeah, he must be menti, lying. À cours de sa déposition. He must be lying to the court in his deposition. Ou alors ton client est vraiment coupable. Or, of course, your client is really guilty. Comment faire pour prouver qu'il ne l'est pas? Yeah, it's like, what do I do to prove that's not the case? That's not it, or that he isn't. C'est toi qui détiens la clé. Elle se trouve dans les pièces en conviction. It's you who. Oh, this détient looks like it's from the same verb that we've looked up earlier. What was it? Détoiler. She says it's you who maybe it's not from the same verb. I'm gonna look up détient. I was gonna say she's saying that he's the one who has to uncover the key, which is la clé, which was the next word, but let's make sure this comes from the same word. No, it says détenir, which is to possess or hold. Okay, sorry, bad guess. Anyway, she says c'est toi qui détiens la clé, so it's you who has the key, who holds the key. Elle se trouve dans les pièces à conviction. So elle is referring to la clé. See, that's a feminine verb. So this elle is it. Se trouve. It is found. It's dans les pièces à conviction. So it's found within the evidence. Compare la déclaration du témoin aux pièces en conviction dont tu disposes. Compare the declarations of the witness to the evidence at your disposal. Il doit forcément y avoir une contradiction quelque part. Let's look up forcément, because that's the second time we've seen it, and Okay, so it's surely, certainly, inevitably bound to be. Let's see. So something like, it says something like it's bound to be, there's bound to be a contradiction quelque part, somewhere. I think there's something going on with this y avoir. So if you take out the doit forcément, you can see there's an il y avoir. It's like il y a, kind of. There is. But anyway, she says something like there must be a contradiction somewhere. Commence par trouver des contradictions entre le dossier et le témoignage. So, start with looking at the contradictions between the dossier and the testimony. Ensuite, une fois que tu as trouvé quel élément vient le contredire. Once you have found that element, vient, I think is coming from like venir, it will come. Something will come, and I think she's saying le contredire. I don't know if that just translates to contradiction. But there's the word contre, which is like against, and then dire, which is to say. So it's like something that you can say against him will come. Tu les présentes au témoin et tu lui rabaisses son caquet. I don't know any of this. The first part, it says you present it to the witness and you whatever you rabaisse his caquet. Let me see. Let's look up rabaisse. I think caquet is like a hat. Is that wrong? Like a ball cap. But we'll look up rabaisse. I can see that there's baisse in there, which means like to decline or to get lower. Okay, pull down. Oh wait. I'm guessing this is probably like some sort of turn of phrase again, like when we saw like horses last time, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense, a horse. Oh, it's not. Let's see what caquet is. Oh, gossip. Okay. So she says something like you present that evidence that you found, the discrepancies that you found to the witness, and you like take him down a peg, right? Bon, ok. Appuie sur le bouton R pour révéler les contradictions contenues dans le témoignage. Sweet. Alright, I think we're going to call it there. So we're about to do our contre-interrogatoire. I think there's a better word. I was saying contra-interrogation. There's a better word for that. I'll find it out later. But anyway, we're gonna stop here, and when we come back, we'll take a look at the evidence and compare it to his this guy's testimony, and see what kind of lies we can uncover. All right, sweet. So let's do a quick, if I can. Can I open the menu? No. Let's get in here real quick. All right, we are going to do a quick sauvegarde. I want to thank you guys for coming and playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney with me again, and joining me for another episode of Let's Play Francais. I hope you join me for another one in the future, and until then, à bientôt, see you soon, salut!